when I was playing around with some stuff, and I don't know why I did it. I really don't know why I did it. We're gonna have to change some things around. All right, let's put this in the middle. Let's put you over here. See, you can tell that I'm super OP at this because I definitely have my stream completely cleaned up and ready to roll. There we go. Oh, the Scion ban. Banned away. Will not be playing. Do not want. Do not collect 200. I mean, he is a pretty strong champion. I mean, he gets banned out or played a decent amount even in the LCS. Very, very strong engages, super tank, and yet does decent damage as well. And hey, Raith is on. Raith is, oh, just walked in the door. Game just started. Game 2. We'll get you in game 2. There you go. So he can get T. No, you can actually see my typing. There we go. Display capture 4. There we go. Remove that. So we're just going to do it for me solo this time around. Because we can't get him into the game. Too late. Unfortunate. But the Blitzcrank banned away. Very strong champion as well. Not typically who you see as banned. But still good at picking off enemy champions. Tier 1 ban list. Wouldn't call it myself. I do see the Akali banned away for Phantom of Tet. We'll see if he brings out the secret powerhouse that he was talking to me last night. Or if he brings out someone he's played before. There's a couple champions in there that we are aware of. Lemur is god tier in the mid lane, so we'll have to see who he picks because he gets a free reign, of almost anything, as it is the Thresh and the Xayah banned away by Aliuna. Both strong champions in the bottom lane, Xayah especially right now, with those Featherstorm and her ultimate to be able to get out of any CC. Thresh for the hooks and everything, really strong. Lemur banning away the Veigar, which means more than likely he's going to pick a champion that can be played strongly into Veigar, as he does love that mid lane. Unless he changes things up and goes somewhere else. Lemur's been a part of the stream for 13 ages and a half, so very formidable opponent. I think he's Diamond, but he's going to be up against a Master tier on You Just Got Slain, so we'll have to see how all that goes down. As Aliuna picks up one of the top tier tank jungles right now in the meta. Sejuani, very strong, has a huge engage ultimate, both the stun and the slow, very high mobility, being able to boar rush around the map. Engages are incredibly strong, needs to have the CC lined up, can synergize really well with champions like Braum, fast auto attackers like Lucian. Now melee champions are the ones that actually add the stacks, the stun stacks that she has. But the main thing that you want is for that damage follow-up on an engage. Orianna, another great synergizer. And we get a Kai'Sa! Woo! First Kai'Sa of the current meta games, at least for our games. I'm pretty excited about this meta, or for this Kai'Sa that Lemur is going to be pulling out, most likely ADC, showing us how to get this champion rolling. Very strong ADC in the bottom lane, often banned out. One of the main things that she gets is the massive long-range engage from her ultimate. High mobility as well, but like a Vayne, very squishy if locked down. The main thing is you don't want to have any heavy CC hit her. Looks like the Poppy is going to be picked up by Kezero, which means that Phantom of Tet is not going to be able to play that. Played very effectively. Tank top lane Poppy a week or two ago. Very, very strong up there, but instead going to be picking up something else. In the meantime, Gragas locked in by Landex. So, another thing is that Kai'Sa normally is played. Hey, Keong! Holla up, holla, holla, holla up. Welcome to the stream. I invited you, but you didn't join because you were AFK. But hopefully you can get into game 2. That'd be awesome. Landex playing the Gragas. So Kai'Sa has been seen in a lot of the jungle as well because of her high mobility and gank potential. Doesn't carry a whole lot of CC, but is able to engage kind of like a Lee Sin, kind of like a Quinn, a lot of mobility and a lot of engage. No CC, and that's okay. Dinner time. Okay, no worries. Hey, food is important. I had potato soup myself not that long ago. And it is Phantom of Tet bringing out the before unknown Morgana. It says that he's pretty good on this. Excited to see. I didn't want to give it away so that he could potentially play it. And it's an Ahri in the mid lane for You Just Got Slain. Really curious to see if Soul Fight lanes up against Ahri, as Soulfight is a very strong player as well, and I believe does very well in the mid lane. Hey, Vitey V, welcome to the stream. Welcome back, at least. You know, you've been here before. Hopefully you can get in for game number 2. We got a bunch of new people tonight, thanks to Sweets, who has done a huge shout out to us, to a Noxus group that she is a part of. So we've got, Kezuro, as well as Arumakis. And then we got some people from a long time ago. You Just Got Slain, and Aliuna coming from way back when, playing again. So excited to see how it goes. I hear the emote we made is functional. Yes, indeed. Jake Key Daisy MVP. It's kind of a dumb tag, but Twitch invents it, so there you go. It is, but I believe you have to be a subscriber. I think it defaulted to subscriber only. So I don't know if I have to go in and change it. If I can change that, I have to go look into that. I have yet to actually do that. So, Salikador, I'm picking up the Varus. What? Varus top lane? Is it a thing? Are we gonna see this go down? I'm pretty excited, guys. Okay, so Varus top lane is kind of like what you get from a Lucian top lane. A lot of ADC, or a lot of auto attacks, just strong lane pressure push. But the main thing that he doesn't have is disengage. He's not able to leave lane very quickly, so he's very susceptible to ganks. So the main thing you want to do is get the wave pushing hard into the turret and then let it push back to you. And basically, it's all about wave management. Whether you're Lucian topping, whether you're Quinn topping, whether you're Varus topping, a lot of stuff of that nature. He got flash though. Yeah, we'll see how this goes down. I don't know. Yeah, he switched it out with the heal. And it's a Garen from Soulfight, so they may be trading out. I don't know. We'll talk about that in a second. Enzalor taking Sona, Jhin combo with the Arumakis in the bot lane. Very potent if you can land the CC by Jhin. The main thing on this is that you want to start from a long range poke from Jhin, auto attack into his snare, which then sets up the Sona crescendo. But I love this synergy because a Sona crescendo on top of an Ahri, no, I thought for a second I thought it was Orianna. No, it's the Sejuani ultimate in combination with Sona Crescendo is going to be really, really, really powerful. So, curious about this Varus pick with the Kai'Sa. That may be a Kai'Sa top lane, Varus ADC. No, that still doesn't work. Oh! Is that Kai'Sa mid lane? Guys? I think that's a Kai'Sa mid lane. Yeah, Keon got it with me. We're not only going to see the new champion played, but she is not in the jungle. She is not a bot lane AD carry. She is not top lane pusher. No, she's a mid laner because only Lemur or Nong Nong would be crazy enough to even attempt such a thing. Let's roll through the players. Shout out to Vitrillion for the skin. Woo! We got shouts out for Vet. She's broken. Her burst 2 OP. Yeah, but up against the Ahri master tier player, we'll have to see how all it breaks down. So, I actually think that I need to move this logo a bit. Hang on just a second. I'm going to roll through the players and the champions real quick, but I want to switch my logo around so it's actually a little bit more visible. Because apparently it's too OP sitting behind everything. It doesn't match the movement. Here we go. Hang on. I got this, guys. I got this. I can do it. I just have to match the curve of the circle in the background. So this is the first time I'm playing with my new logo. It's pretty fancy, I know, right? There we go. That looks a little better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Fuck yeah. Alright, with 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining, let's go through the players and the champions, and then we'll do some analysis. So Aliuna taking the Sejuani in the jungle for Team Hot Puppers. Kezuro with the Poppy in the top lane. Tank Roll, You Just Got Slain, taking Ahri in the mid lane with that devilish ignite. Enzalor with the Sona in the bottom lane support role, and Arumakis on the Jhin ADC. Over for Team Synergy. Lemur taking the one and only Kai'Sa mid lane. Woo! Let's see how that goes down. Landix taking Gragas in the jungle. Phantom of Temp pulling out the super spicy secret power Morgana. Want to see how this one goes down with the duo purple bottom lane Salikador on the Varus. Soulfight with the Garen in the top lane. Welcome back, been a while, Soulfight. Appreciate you rejoining us. So we got some serious purple coming out from Varus, Morgana, and Kai'Sa. So where's Raith? He just got home. will join for game 2. Yes, so he'll get into game 2. Don't worry, we will make it happen. But 30 seconds remaining. I burnt out way too much time blobbing around for no reason. I'm glad the Rumicus got into the game, so I don't have to do like a crazy invite. So here we go. If I was to do predictions, I would probably predict... Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm predicting Team Synergy for the win. But, that being said, Team Hot Puppers has an incredibly scheduled team composition. They've got the front line double tank Sejuani Poppy. They've got the back line super burst AP and AD damage of the Jhin and Ahri. And then you have your regular peel heal support of the Sona. Good team, solid composition overall. Going to be looking for team fights to use that Poppy, to use the Sejuani, use the engage from the Jhin ultimate. You want that crescendo on Sona to hit as many people as possible. You don't have to, but it's really nice when it does. Team fights are going to be their strong point. That being said, Team Synergy is also looking very strong. And the reason why I actually predicted their win is simply because of CC. They have incredible CC potential in their combination. So, Vitae V, it's over 9,000. Did you just assume their powerfulness? That's assault. Is it an assumption, though, if it is analysis? That's the question. So, when you have a Gragas in the game, in combination with the Vars... Wait, hold on. What? You can see down here? That's not supposed to happen. How did all that happen? Guys, I broke everything. Hashtag somebody pull out the fire because it got roasted real hard. I clicked over too early, and I don't know why it's not doing full screen. Something has occurred. That's alright. We'll get it fixed once we're in a game. The new client seems to enjoy hanging out, so... I know, right? Time to get a new computer. This is why we can't have these things. This is so true. I want a computer that can actually run 2 streams at the same time. I know it's crazy, but I want it, and one day I'm gonna make it happen. Because this, here's the goal, alright? Solely for my enjoyment, I want to make a stream that is so clean and so professional looking, it's really hard to tell the difference between my stream and like LCS professional plays. Even though I'm like a single budget dude who doesn't really have all that money to toss into the stream and all that sort of stuff. I've got like deep plans, all right? I got an animated intro. I'm gonna have, in 2 weeks, animated backgrounds between games. Things are going to go crazy awesome. I've got a fancy looking logo that's getting even more fancied up as we speak. There's a lot of cool stuff going on, but I really don't know why it is doing this right now. I wonder if yeah, for some reason it switched over to like non-windowed mode. So you can get it, only costs you arm and a kidney. This is very true, actually. Very true. I think, nope, not window capture. Is it Chrome? There we go. And the camera's all over the place. There we go. All right, let's switch our thing over. Yep, windowed mode. What is up with that? Borderless, we prefer. Thank you very much. Hey! Clean, ready, rockin' and rollin'. And we're gonna switch over to our fancy music playlist. Oh, it paused for us. Look at that! We didn't even have to do anything. It just auto-paused. I'm way too OP, guys. Way too OP. I should put a little AFK sign above Raith. Oh, Kai'Sa. All right, let's go familiarize ourselves real quick with Kai'Sa's abilities. Oh, no, never mind. We got Morgana engaged with the Q, and that's going to be a huge amount of damage onto Sona. She's gone! Kai'Sa picking up first blood. That is a beautiful start. Great job from Phantom of Temp. Going ahead and aligning up that Q. I think they may have gotten a ward down there early. Because I'm solo casting, we can actually go back and check that. Let's do it. Let's do it. I want to check. I think that Kai'Sa bum rushed this. No, so there's no ward, but they see Jhin walk in, so they know that there's at least one. There's the Sona. Sona just in a bad place, puts herself in position for everything for the damage, and that is going to crush her down. Lemur picking up first blood. Nicely done, even without a ward. So this is where the early portion of the game is important. You gotta keep an eye on where the enemy is and pay attention to what their compositions are, because that Dark Binding from Morgana basically sets you at an early game AFK. you might really want to pay attention to what champions the enemy team has. Most may not have to worry about that, but in this case, definitely an issue. And the fact that it was on Sona as well, not the end of the world for Team Hot Puppers. She's a support. She's going to be okay. It really doesn't change too much for Team Hot Puppers, except for the fact that it was the Kaisa, who's already OP, now has boots for extra mobility on top of the Doran's Blade. That's the issue. And we'll have to see how Lemur uses that to even greater effect. Early leash here for the red, starting on this Sejuani. She can be a very strong 3 camp and then gank jungler. Gragas as well, high mobility, but most of the time Gragas is going to want to hit 6 to use that mega catalyst. What am I doing? Cast. There we go. Huge cast, explosive cast, if you will, for those engages. But it looks like he's just going to go for Gromp, so he's probably going to do a full blue side clear, whereas Sejuani rushing to Wolves, going to head to blue buff next, and then probably back. We'll have to see how that goes down. In the bottom lane, the poke is going to be extremely strong from Hot Puppers on this Jhin, especially early on. If he can get those 4th crit shots, including the extra damage that Sona's Q brings, he is going to be poking very, very hard. Morgana, not a healing champ. If you can harass Morgana out of lane, it's going to be really good. Now, that being said, if Morgana can... Whoa! See, it's a nice poke onto Salak already. And that's without a Jhin shot. That is solely the Sona Q poke. If... Ooh, early control ward cleared from the Sejuani. Kaisa bought that with a little bit of extra gold from that first blood. Went ahead, put that down, a little extra gold to the Sejuani, who's now headed to the top lane. Soul Fight up a little bit here. This is the 2 buff and gank. That's what I talk about. 3 camp gank from the Sejuani. Has the slow with the red buff. Gets the stun down. Kazuro coming, get the damage. Soul Fight on the run, forced to flash. Nice knock from Aliuna. Doesn't need to flash. Poppy flashes, though, to secure the kill. Call it KS. I call it a beautiful play. Poppy, Kazuro, first time on the stream, picking up a revenge kill, evening of the gold in that top lane. Very nicely done as well. Will set herself up to at least be able to push Garen a little bit. Probably some of those champions is very hard to kill, but sometimes you can just simply out CS, push her back to her turret. Garen very fast in the clear. Aliuna, quick gank into the mid lane. Kaisa walking around the corner, gonna get some good damage, a little bit of slow as well. I never got to actually familiarize myself with Kaisa's abilities. I'm gonna see if I can do that really quick here. Acathian Rain, Void Seeker. Oh, using the supercharge to get some extra rockets down. Not taking very much damage. Oh, you got some nice little return damage on the back of that orb. As Aliuna finds Landex at the Raptors. Going to take a chunk of damage. Guy gets back into his own jungle. There's pings to the bottom lane. He does have red buff, so he could try to gank, but I think he's going to want to back after seeing Sejuani, knowing where she is, knowing that she backed, and return back out to the lane. Sona just died and you say it's okay? I said that it's not the end of the world. But it's true, because you respawn. I mean, legends never die, they only respawn, so you don't have to worry about it. And, I mean, Enzo is playing one of the best Sona skins you can ever have. You got that groovy music playing in the background. Honestly, that is like a huge reason that I play Sona ever in League of Legends. I mean, she's not only a pretty decent champion if you got good synergy in the bottom lane, but huge incentive to play that simply because of that legendary skin. Ooh, Slain. Charm is way off. But that gives Lemur a good opportunity to get some harass down, knowing that the charm is not going to be something that is dangerous underneath the turret. We'll be back up in a little bit. But Kaisa, definitely pushing Ahri out of lane, already looking at about 20 farm over, which is going to be incredibly strong. A lot of gold lead coming out from Team Synergy, just from the farm across the board. A little bit in the head in the top lane, large lead in the mid lane, and about even in the bottom lane. Snare not going to land from the Jhin. It is a Sejuani though. Salak, very low mana, comes in, uses the heal, trying to speed buff himself and Phantom of Temp. But Phantom of Temp is in trouble. Morgana may go down. Aliuna calls off, as here is the double gank. Gragas coming in. Landex from the side. The slow, as well as Soul Fight with a teleport in from a deep ward place. No one has died just yet. Jhin on the back Arumakis on the run, trying to get out. Enzlor here for the heal. Landex throws out the barrel. Is it going to be enough? It is. Takes that Jhin down, who tried to finish off Salkadoran, but wasn't able to make it. Soulfight underneath the turret. Doesn't even care. Tanking it up for the rest of the team, but stunned! One more tower shot, and Sejuani gets revenge. Beautiful play from that. Actually, again, because we're soloing this, let's go ahead and back this up and watch how all of that broke down. I highly doubt Sejuani is going to go back into this. So this is a very early gank here, because you can see how it's set up from the Garen, who's already roaming, potentially being ready. There's the pings from blue teams. They actually know that Garen is missing if they're paying attention. He gets vision in the bottom lane. Gragas is coming down here, but it's when Sejuani engages right now that Garen decides to start channeling that teleport. He's coming in with the ward towards the bottom lane. Phantom of Temp in trouble. Arumakis moves heavily forward. He starts to 1v2, and then he's laning against the Varus. He's hitting minions, which is not what he wants after getting rooted by Morgana. If he slows down, now he heals and then flashes past Soulfight, almost able to get out. Great stun by Aliuna, which slows down the Gragas. However, Gragas is able to body slam to get into range for that cast and able to finish that off. Soulfight goes underneath the turret, doesn't care. But Aliuna has stacks. One more auto attack, gets the stun, and flashes the Dark Binding from Phantom of Temp. Beautiful play there. However, I'm not sure whether or not she sticks around. I started to see her, stay underneath this. I don't think that's the wisest idea. Magic resist onto Landex. He's very tanky. He can take a tower shot or two. Salah going to try to get some poke down. Aliuna, very low health, goes in and is just going to be cleared out very quickly as Landex just tanks the two turret shots. And that was a very deep push by Sejuani. Not the smartest decision in the book. Potentially trying to just push people off the turret, and maybe if Varus or the Morgana was underneath turret and was the one who aggroed, could take the tower shots, but Landex was able to absorb those and had way too much help, and I think that was just a poor choice overall. So, hold on, what's going on? Hey, JT rolling. Alright, just got out, headed home for game 2. We'll start the stream, no worries. Can we get those little drawn-on airs like they do in sports TV? That would be cool. I actually do have a tablet that I could play around with that, but I don't know how that would work. It would be cool, though. It would be really cool. Maybe post-game analysis, we could break something down like that. I'm not opposed to, like, post-game stuff. That would be fun. That would be fun indeed. Maybe do a before stream team fight breakdown with some fancy drawings. That'd be cool too. The other thing that the LCS has that I don't have is computer monitors that are set down, and then I show my face, whereas LCS actually doesn't show their face. So there's some things that aren't going to be the same, and that's absolutely okay because we don't want to be LCS. We want to be different and yet way cooler than LCS because we don't need no pros. We got everyone and anyone on our stream. So Soulfight coming back to the top lane. Oh, of course, because I moved things around was playing with the timers, everything gets reset on positioning. There we go. A little bit better. So Poppy took a farm lead while Garen was in the bottom lane after the teleport. He does have 2 deaths, but he is tank Garen. The main thing he wants to build as soon as possible is the Warmogs. Now, right now, it looks like he is currently looking towards that Sunfire cape for the armor, and what makes it a lot easier for him to farm is that AoE burn. But once he gets that, he needs to hard focus the Warmog so that way he can engage and yet disengage as well. The Ignite straight down onto Lemur. That's going to be the charm. Missing. Nice dash there. However, we've got another fight in the top lane. Kezaru hit Soulfight. But these are 2 tanks hitting each other. We don't care about this. We prefer the fight in the mid lane. It's way more action-packed, but it looks like Lemur was able to just dash his way to safety as Kezaru might body slam Soulfight into a wall. Doesn't have too much mana. It's kind of biding time for Sejuani to potentially come up. Look at these 2 go back and forth. The fight is down in the bottom lane. Aracham is maybe going down, though. Beautiful binding by Phantom of Temp straight into the binding from Varus with the ultimate, and they're going to be able to pick up 2 off of that. Gorgeous layering of CC in the mid lane. We did miss that as well, so we're going to have to back up. Soulfight just takes out Kezaru. We're going to do a couple quick jumps here, guys, because so much happened. So we already watched the bottom lane fight. It's a double snare, which is beautifully done. Actually, we're going to watch just the beginning of this. So I think Morgana starts it up with a Dark Binding that she hits. Yep, Dark Binding, and that's going to be straight into the ult from Salak. Okay, in the meantime, mid lane, Gragas engages onto the Ahri, and Lemur gets some really good damage down. Sejuani tries to help out, doesn't matter. Lemur's going to pick up that kill, and then the top lane, Soulfight was chasing down Kaiseru underneath the turret, gets the ultimate down, spin to wins himself to safety, and that throws a huge lead out for Team Synergy. Which, of course, I totally called as my analysis magic goes. Haha, just kidding. Ocean Drake did spawn and is going to be cleared up by Team Synergy with a beautiful play in the mid and bottom lane. So they've actually won across the map in every lane nearly at the same time, which is quite synergetic, if I say so myself. Quite synergetic. In the bottom lane, Phantom of Temp and Salak pursuing and pushing the turret down. I don't think they're going to be able to clear it all the way. Sona and Jhin here to get a little bit of damage on that. Arumakis, currently 0-2, having a rough game. Game's not over yet, though. Still potential for more plays, and Jhin really needs to get that farm to push an Infinity Edge, a BF Sword, something with heavy amounts of crit and damage, so that when he gets those fourth shots on people, chunks them to half health, that sort of thing. Enzlor with the heals, 0-3. The super squishy Sona not able to handle those roots and snares by the bottom lane from Team Synergy. Needs to be able to sidestep. Honestly, I almost think this, for Sona especially, it may be worth it to just go ahead and grab second tier boots early, Merc Treads or something of that nature, to be able to avoid the CC by Team Synergy, because having a hard time. There's another Dark Binding onto the Jhin. Enzlor tries to get ult in, doesn't matter. Arumakis maybe going down, exhaust out as well. Sorry, Sona doesn't have ult yet, doesn't even matter. Just queued. Varslow help though. Can the Sona do it? Oh, there comes the stopwatch out, but unless you can queue, Sejuani comes in to try to save, throws down the ultimate, does able to get the revenge kill on one, maybe able to chase down Phantom of Temp, but with the spell shield Morgana has, able to avoid the slows that Aliuna could put out, and so the Sejuani just calls that one off. Landex ganking in the bottom lane in reverse with a nice ultimate, knocking Poppy back underneath her own turret. She tries to get the armor. Can she get out of this one? Looks like she will. Soulfight may go down to another tower shot. He does! Revenge! Soulfight sticks out underneath the turret way too long. Gets cleaned up. Kizuru throwing out a little bit of laughs in the top lane as Landex decides to take over the farming. Because, hey, you know what? That's what a good jungler does, is when your laner's gone, you might as well take their farm, because why not? In the mid lane, Sejuani tries to set up a gank onto the Lemur, but Kaisa, aware of what's going on, I think just plays it safe, knows that he doesn't have vision on that side of the map, and so you can see sticking to this side of the mid lane to try to keep away. 110 farm, 2 kills. Kaisa, one of the saving graces of Team Synergy. But you don't have to do too much saving grace when you have a 4-1 Varus and a 1-0-3 Gragas. In the bottom lane, Jhin taking a lot of damage again, as well as Enzlor moves up really far. Chunked down to half health, trying to get some heals down. A little bit of poke damage onto the Varus, only puts him to half health. Going to have to play safe. 10 kills to 4. Synergy way in the lead, and they currently love this laning phase, and they're going to stick it out as long as possible. Other than a few misplays, for the most part, they have been able to play this very well and are growing leads from it. It really is up to Team Hot Puppers to change the pace of this game. They need to either have a good cross-map play where they get 4 or 5 members on one side of the map. They need to have either a good gank. It's Landex is actually going to gank Sejuani here in the mid lane. Kaisa getting a little bit of damage down. Slow not going to land an ally unit. She's going to chase in. Gets the stun, but it's just going to get some poke damage down and force Landex about half health out of the river. So, not bad from Sejuani, but it still doesn't change this losing laning phase. And really, it's just this top and jungle that are doing decently well for Hot Puppers, but they have not had the easiest of games. It mostly is, oh, Lemur maybe exploded here. Woo! Charm not going to do that much damage as he immediately landed the cleanse. However, you just got slain going right back in again. Throws down the ignite. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Very close. But Lemur lives with a sliver of health. Woo! Went down to 17 thanks to minions. Wow. Nope, Sejuani wants in. Flashes to get the Q, does it! And the Landex helps Aliuna back to her own side of the base in the bottom lane. Arumakis on the run again, but the Sona is so dead. Ooh! Throws out the ult! Varus lives in the mid lane. Aliuna gets the stun down on Landex. That's a return kill with one more auto attack. Has the double buff, flies away as Soulfight comes in, smites for the slow, tries to flash in, get the silence down, spin to win, lands it as well. In the bottom lane, Sona went down anyway despite a nice ultimate. I think it was Morgana that finished her off. And Varus picked up with another Q. Phantom of Temp on top of these dark bindings, doing a beautiful job. Has boots of mobility for the extra positioning to land those Qs. Double buffs over to Garen after finishing off Sejuani. Some great plays, and Salakil Doran is on fire. Everything has been open for him. 6-1. Game 6,000 gold in the lead for Team Synergy before the 15-minute mark. Looking very one-sided. Ari, 91 farm, 0-2-1, having a rough game. Has the Blasting Wand, finished Morellonomicon, but that is Lost Chapter hasn't finished Morellonomicon yet, whereas it's finished Boots, Hex Drinker, and Wit's End for the Kaisa already finished as well. So incredibly strong and so much gold. Landex clears the red buff, looking to clear Raptors, and then probably head and use that red buff in a gank. I see that the Hot Puppers are trying to change up the game, head towards the mid lane grouping power, but they are going to be caught out by all of these wards that Team Synergy have placed down. So they have vision on all this. Enzler is so squishy, needs to be saved, but Kaisa sets up for the ultimate, goes in looking for some heavy damage, throws out the rockets, clears it all. In the mid lane, you got Slain ulting to safety, Arumakis running away as well. It is two squishies, they don't have the front line with them. The 5-man powerhouse that is Team Hot Puppers only works when they're grouped, and they are not. And that is going to be Windrake going over to Team Synergy as 4 members move there. Soulfight, sorry, on this Garen. Slowly hops his way down there. He's got that funny little animation error that sometimes happens. All right, building Luden's Echoes. They changed it. Yes. Oh, it's true. Okay, so building Luden's Echo instead, looking for the extra damage. The buffs that Luden's Echo now has. A little buffs to the original item. I'm looking for stopwatches right now. Sorry, take just a moment. So Morgana still has her stopwatch. Nobody else does. And the reason that Morgana, really smart choice on that, not only because she starts off the game on the rather squishy side, but is eventually going to build that Zonya's. So might as well already start the game with that. I don't think she bought that, if my memory serves me well. Phantom Attempt looking for another Dark Binding. Not going to land, but has plenty of mana and time to land one of those. Arumakis around the corner has been slowed. Landex on the run. Not too concerned. That's a very tanky Gragas with a lot of body slams left in him. 1, 1, and 4. Another Dark Binding misses. Lemur switches to the side lane to match up with Ari, trying to push in the bottom lane. So laning phase kind of continues, but just with junglers hanging out in the mid lane instead. And again, this is not Hot Pupper's ideal spot. They want to be grouped. They want to be 5-man as a team with the front line, the back line, the positioning. But the Team Synergy is just not letting them have it. You got Slain in trouble. Lemur goes in with the ultimate. Look at the damage. Puts Ari down to half health. Has to use the ult to get out. Slows on a Phantom of Temp. Magic resists already there. They're waiting out the spell shield. It's down. There comes the stun. Nice move from Aliuna. Waiting on that. Phantom of Temp starts the ultimate. Goes invincible as well. Not invisible. Invincible is what I was trying to say. As Kezuru almost lives, but eventually does fall. 1 for 1. Trade for the Garen. The ult onto the Varus. That's huge. But in the meantime, Lemur, backline clearing. Picks up one. Should be able to pick up another as well. Arumakis in trouble on the run. Not going to be able to escape. There's the fancy keys to be able to change all of the screen so I can actually see more, because for some reason Riot Game won't let me zoom out. They just recently had a game in NALCS where they zoomed out to nearly half the map. It was insane. But instead I'm stuck to this very, very close screenshot. But that's alright. We'll do with it what we can. No complaints here. Just kidding. Team Hot Puppers, 7 kills to 18. Pushing 10,000 gold behind, as they're about 7,000 gold in the lead. Team Synergy. Baron now about to be up 2 minutes on that. Rift Herald has not been initiated by any team. Heals onto You Got Slain from Sona, who's just had such a rough game. Ardent Sensor has been finished, but it did get nerfed from when we did have the Ardent Sensor meta a while back. So not going to be nearly as strong as it once was. The Hex Drinker coming out from the Jhin as well. Just trying to deal with some of the magic damage from Morgana, I suppose. A little bit of magic damage on Varus, a little bit of magic damage on the Kai'Sa. But I think mostly that Hex Drinker is for the Morgana Dark Bindings, which is crazy. I think that gold would be better spent on a Quintessence, or not Quintessence, but the Cleanse item. Gosh, I'm like not on it tonight, guys. Not on it at all. Soul Fight, clearing wards, looking for the Rift Herald, just pokes it. Made Shelly mad and then walks away. That is a terrible boyfriend. That's like, yeah, that tickle. Whoa! Shelly way out of her home, but then stomps her way back. Soulfight goes back in, maybe wanting to reset it, but in the top lane, you just got slain, trying to push the turret. In trouble, though. Gonna find both the Jhin and the Ahri immediate into the, the damage from double snares. The ult from Varus immediately into the Dark Binding from Morgana, who just has so much ability power at this point. Ahri being deleted 0-3. That was painful to watch. Rumake trying to be supported in the bottom lane by Kezuru on this tank Poppy. 2v1 against Lemur. And again, laning phase favoring team Synergy, continuing to grow leads, continuing to push down lanes. Their gold continues to grow because Hot Puppers get stretched across the map. Synergy does see the control ward placed by Team Hot Puppers. Okay, so it looks like Shelly was eaten by Baron as the top lane turret goes down. Teleport canceled by Kezuru in the bottom lane. 3 members from Team Synergy up here. 4 members, actually, if you count Varus as well, but they are recalling as Hot Puppers heads towards the mid lane to try to defend from the wave that is pushing in. With Baron on the map, Soulfight in huge tank opportunity. Gragas able to smite level 10 for a large amount. I think at that point it's 700 damage that Gragas' smite can do. I should actually be able to check that if I know my hotkeys. Yeah. I guess, no. Oh yeah, 680 plus the 70 plus the 148. So it's more like 900 or 850 damage that he's pumping out with that smite. So getting up to that 1,000 gold or 1,000 health mark. Oh, that's going to be Landex diving in with the body slam, throws down the ultimate. Armorcase may be in trouble. Phantom of Temp comes in, channels the ultimate. Spell immunity is going to be able to get out as Gragas already went down. Aluna chasing in Enzlor as well, looking for the engagement. Oh, Salik with a beautiful Q snipe. Gonna be taken down. Charm onto the Garen, flashes in, looking for the Jhin. Not able to get a great heal used, but here comes Kai'Sa, doesn't even care, finishing him off. And now it is onto the Poppy, who's able to knock away the Garen, but that is the tank, as Lemur underneath the turret, just destroying people with those rockets and auto attacks flying out, like that Quinn we talked about. Down to half health, but they're gonna clear that turret without too much difficulty, as Soulfight is going to be able to just tank up and use that passive heal that Garen has built into him. What am I kidding about Warmogs? He already has a passive Warmogs. Pings onto the Baron as Gragas is back up, has the smite available. Several members from Hot Puppers still to leave their base. Sejuani is back up. Could try to go for a steal, but it looks like with the Ahri and the Jhin in the bottom lane, they're not going to worry about the Baron take just yet. Phantom attempt clearing a ward. 3rd Drake of the game. 2nd win Drake over to Team Synergy. Destroying dragons. How terrible of them. Fusrodawing those poor creatures to death. Jhin and Ahri headed up back towards that mid lane. It has been so difficult for Hot Puppers to actually find that 5v5 team fight. And at this point, I don't even think they want the 5v5 team fight because they're so far behind. Down nearly an item in every single lane. Poppy, the only one who's even, well, I guess Sejuani is a little bit ahead in the farm ratio, about 1,000 gold in the lead over the Gragas, but even with Abyssal Mask, Sejuani is not going to be doing the damage. Mostly focus on CCing people for the rest of her team to kill. And Aruma Kiss finishing off the Maw of Morales and then going BF Sword, hasn't finished Boots yet. having a difficult time. Enzalor going with the boots of mobility to get around the map faster and rotate between lanes because they keep getting stretched out by Team Synergy. But again, only makes that Sona even more squishy. I wonder if it might have been better, instead of building Auto Sensor towards the beginning, to note the damage and how fast Team Synergy was pursuing, and instead pick up something like a Rod of Ages just to get a little bit tankier. But it is all about the positioning. Kaisa continuing to free farm in the top lane, pushes towards the second tier turret, allowing Team Synergy to rotate up there if they want. Sejuani over the wall. Phantom of Temp goes in looking for the damage. That's going to be Phantom of Temp starting the ultimate. Salik way out of position with a great knock from the sorry, not in a bad position. The Ahri and Poppy clearing that one up, and now Ahri finishing off Morgana. Kaisa showing up here, but it is currently a 4v2. Gragas finally making it in. Poppy knocks away the tank of Garen. Aliona going straight in, trying to get the CC onto Lemur. One more auto attack should allow for the stun. There's the auto attack. Please get the stun down. You just got slain. Nice charm as well, but that's immediately cleansed away. Lemur knows what he's doing. Takes down the Sejuani, and now you got slain. In trouble. This invisibility allowing for even more auto attacks onto you got slain. Dashing to the ally doesn't even matter. Lemur is on fire. Kezuru coming in from the side, looking to try to stop Lemur's now double buffed up damage. Bulwark has been used. That's gonna actually grab the shield as well with that play. The snare goes down onto Garrett. I think it was an accident for Mercus, but still nice. Rockets onto Kezuru, who has to flash to the side. And the ult from Soul Fight just set right up. Lemur throws out the, I believe it is ult again, not going to land, but doesn't even matter. The fight has already been won. It went so well for Team Hot Puppers at the beginning. Clear the Varus, clear the Morgana, and they had the advantage lead. And then Lemur, on this now 9-1 Kaisa, shows up incredibly strong, just throwing out damage. Killer Instinct, there's the ult, warps to an enemy affected by plasma, but I'm trying to see, there, a Void Seeker, that's the ability that I was looking for. Void Seeker on a very short cooldown, only 11 seconds, able to use that on nearly everyone in that fight to be able to dash around between all of the different members, and that's going to be Baron on all 5 members of Team Synergy, who towards the beginning looked very synergetic, towards the end look like it is all about surviving long enough for Lemur to come in and clean everyone up. But Garen did also survive that last fight. I loved the flash from Poppy, only to end up being ulted by the Gragas. And it seems at this point nothing can stop this mid lane Kaisa, just with a Rage Blade, got all of the damage. 9-1 on the Varus as well. I mean, how much worse would that team fight have been had Varus been alive? But it was the Poppy and the Ahri that just so hard dived the back line and was able to execute Salik very early on. This could be bad. Phantom of Temp comes in. They do just throw down wards, causing Hot Puppers to go ahead and back out, as they are kind of awaiting at their base for the eventual push from Team Synergy with the Baron buff. Varus in the bottom lane is alone at the moment. You just got slain. May want to try to jump in on this. Enzalor was trying to get in to get a crescendo down, but the rest of the team wasn't there. So despite that speed boost, unable to catch up and make use of that with the Dark Binding from the Morgana. And they are just systematically clearing all these voids. Void Seeker down onto the Poppy. Don't think Ice is going to jump in on that. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cool? Alright, so death. Kaisa would know all about that. Garen pushing the top lane solo. Isn't too worried about that. Just gonna keep chunking it down. Ice cold! Ice cool? I mean, yeah, I mean, pretty much, so. Alright. Yeah, I got that reference. Baron buff minions pushing in onto Team Synergy. No banner of command this game, even though it has been seen to be extremely strong. The other thing I noticed that in low elo, nobody buys minion dematerializer. As Enzalor is trying to solo soul fight in the top lane, cannot stop this Garen from just pushing down. And now Lemur clearing out the mid lane turret as well. Should be able to pick the inhibitor turret up. Aliuna there starts to 1v1 the Garen, just pushes them out for the moment, but that Baron buff on those minions is going to just continue to harass away on Sejuani's health, puts her low, maybe low enough very soon for Soulfight to ult, flashes in for the auto, there it goes, throws down the Q, throws down the ult, nice ultimate from Sona, but only going to let them potentially one kill as Garen continues to heal his way to safety. Armageus trying to chase in, but here is Kai'Sa looking for the kill, gets it before the snare comes out from the Jhin, and Kai'Sa just clears everyone up. Gragas stealing away the kill on the Sona. Bottom lane, Salah completely untouched, decides to take the inhibitor and head towards the mid lane. Kezuru, the only one left alive on this Poppy, trying to get to safety, but the Dark Binding from Phantom of Tempt going to spell the death with the exhaust of the Poppy, unable to even get the ult out. And it looks like this game is going to wrap up in just a minute as Team Synergy wins the laning phase, keeps the laning phase going, continues to build leads, and eventually gets so big every individual member can outplay 1v1 the members of Team Hot Puppers, never giving them an opportunity to 5v5 whatsoever, which was just crazy to watch all the way through. Deep in the Dongo followed forever ago. Actually, 6 days ago, Deep in the Dongo followed. I don't even remember that. I appreciate Deep in the Dongo. I wonder if that was last Wednesday, I guess. 6 days ago, yeah. So, again, Kai'Sa wins. Hey, maybe it is time for Kai'Sa to get banned out. Me 6th, me 5th, me 10th. Everyone again. If oh, I gotta start the music back again. Let's get this music rolling. Wait. I gotta go all the way up to the top. Which I don't know why I have 2 of these songs in here. There we go. Were you the Sona? Yeah, we're gonna wait for the stats to clear up. And then we're going to do MVPs and honorable mentions, and then rock on into the second game, which we should be able to have Raith. Let me actually go ahead and get a call going with him. Did you watch the game?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, were you able to watch any of the game?
No.
No? Okay, alright. No worries.
Yeah. Oh, I am tired.
This is a Subnautica reskin. Nice face cam, Raith. Yeah, that's his Wraith's new face cam. He's rocking it out with the double icons. Jake, I tried showing your stream on mine when we waited, but no cooperating. Haven't watched the VOD. That would take a while, Soulfight, but I appreciate that. And I don't only play Subnautica, but right now I kind of only play Subnautica. I don't have a whole lot of time to play too many games, but this is one of them. So World of Warcraft. Wow.
Whoops.
All right, so MVPs and honorable mentions for this game, ladies and gentlemen. Then we'll get into game number 2 for the losing team, which was a very harsh defeat to have indeed. I absolutely have to give, well, I'll do honorable mention first and then do MVP. So honorable mention, I'm going to give over to You Just Got Slain for overall playing a really clean mid lane. Died a couple of times, but against the overpowered Lemur, did not give too many kills over. Was able to, like with Aliuna or Kezuru, engage the backline, able to knock down Salakadoran several different times. Had a few misplays with the charm, but it was so smart of Lemur to take the cleanse early into that game, because there was at least 3 different points, I want to say, in which Lemur cleansed the charm that could have spelled his death. It was able to escape or at least delay his death. So very nicely played from You Just Got Slain. Honorable mention over to him, Slain. MVP going over to Aliuna, though, for a immaculate Sejuani. Unable to truly carry the game as a tank jungler, but made plays massively across the map. Was hugely impactful in the mid lane, in the top lane, went bottom lane several times. The only kills that bottom lane got early game were because of Aliuna's ganks. Now, great play from Soulfight to teleport to the bottom lane and make it a 4v3, but even still, Aliuna's impact in that game is absolutely massive. 10,000 gold, played huge. And a massive shout out to Kezuru as well, because his play in the top lane, solo killing Garen underneath the turret 1v2 when Landex ganked on the Gragas, some really good plays as well. Now, couldn't get the gold and couldn't get the farm to be able to build the items to be able to last long enough in team fights when it came to the mid and late game, but still good play. So a huge shout out to Kezuro as well. Now, for the winning team, honorable mention, I'm going to give over to, I think that I have to give it to Phantom of Temp. Absolutely, unequivocally, this guy hitting those dark bindings over and over and over again gave bottom lane a huge lead. I know Salakadoran has a ton of kills, but so many of those kills were set up by those dark bindings from Phantom of Temp. And even in the mid game, forced two people to build, no, not two people, just forced, I guess, the Arumakis to build Mob Moralius just out of fear of that dark binding, the Abyssal Mask as well on Aliuna. I mean, that is some really good play when you're affecting the enemy team's build path because of how good you are on that champion. And then, no surprise to anyone, MVP to Lemur for playing a new champion in a different lane. She may be OP. We may need to ban her every single game forever until they nerf her to all heck. As Riot always does, release an OP champion, then nerf into the ground, never seen again for the next, year or season at least. But in this particular case, Lemur played just an immaculate Kaisa, showing off her skills, showing off her abilities, giving us a taste of what she can do in this game, which is one of the few games we get to see. So shout out to Landex for the amazing Gragas, even though he's not meta. Exo Alpha, maybe I should have went AP Sejuani. Hey, Sejuani is so, that would have been awesome actually, really cool. We can spell with K in the bands. What can we spell with K in the bands? That's a good question actually. Okay. You got 5 letters to work with, guys. You can find something with a K in it. So, is your camera on, Raith? Because I'm seeing blue.
Yeah. I was about to say I'm gonna close the call. I'll be right back.
Okay, you can video call me. Bad call, but overall control the whole game. To be honest, I've been in some of the games. Strong for good. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you guys keep chatting it up as how the game went in the chat, and we're gonna go ahead and get rocking on to game